Hi, and welcome back to InsideTracks.co.uk. It's a few weeks since I last did any videos, but today I'm going to try and give you one rule which will increase your profits. Inside Tracks is here as a YouTube channel, so subscribe and like if you do. Make comments if you think that I've got something wrong, and I'm happy to learn from other people as well. I'll certainly reply to your comments if you make them. There's a little I button up in the top corner. If you want to click on that, you can help me out if you want to become a patron. And it makes me able to do more videos like this. And you get to sign up as well, free to the newsletter. Go to the website, sign up there, and you'll get a free newsletter, which I'll show you in a minute. So let's just do that first. So here's the newsletter. As I said, sign up. You'll get this most days. Again, I do work, so that's why I'm asking for someone to become patrons, because then I can actually spend more time doing this, which I much prefer. So the newsletter, we give you tips and hints about different races. I go through the card. I try to look at the races which I know more about. So I don't always go through every single card. And I also tell you whether I think it's a back to lay, whether he's got a good chance of winning. And I give you my 3 best thoughts for the day. Today we didn't have a great day. Yesterday we had a good day. The nap yesterday traded as if it pretty much went over the line in first, but got absolutely chinned on the line. The long shot came in as a winner. The back to lay won, Propriety won, and several others did what they're supposed to do in terms of shortening in running. Today we had Headingley, who ran completely off a line and lost through the race away. Ty Terrier did shorten. That was good news. And She's All Gold came third, so that's okay. So it wasn't too bad. I had Qatar win, Alpincita Pin Easter won. Bibble came second, just chinned as well. Headingley was chinned, as I said. That didn't do much at all. And Dubai Souk looked all over the winner. Rainbow Mirage got beaten by a neck. Woodcock came last, so I don't know what the hell happened there. So you got a few decent horses there. You're on for your money. There's very few, and I'm not being boastful, but there's very few that get completely wrong. But some obviously, like Woodcock, you think they're going to do well. Well, in fact, he just gave up the ghost at the two furlong mark. So that's the newsletter. So sign up for that. So back to what I've said I was going to look at in this video. What's the one rule which will increase your profits? Now, basically in Betfair trading, there are several different strategies. And some people, when they come into Betfair trading, they latch on to one strategy and feel that that's the strategy they get used to. They get to know how to use it and what to do with it. So actually they have a strategy and think, great, I've got a strategy. But the issue is then applying that strategy to the correct races. So I'm just going to give you a quick example of what I'm talking about. So here we are looking at tonight's Newcastle race card, and we can see that there are a lot of different races. We've just had probably the feature race tonight, which is the Class 3 handicap, 1 mile 2. So clearly there are stakes races, maiden stakes races. So if we look at that maiden stakes race, we can see that Ranchero is the favourite. But we can also see when we go into at the races that there are horses that have raced and there are horses that haven't raced. So if I'm considering this race, it's a 7 furlong, yeah, lengthy, it's like a 400 meters really. It's a sort of sprint in between, mid-distance race. We might want to say, oh, well, let's do a back to lay. But actually on this particular race, if you look at the pace angle, you've only got, 3-4 to go for. Yes, of course, Ranchero is rated 7 and may well go on into the lead and could be a back to lay, but you don't know. You don't know anything about the others. So as far as I'm concerned on this particular race, you should be looking at what the professional money thinks. So we should be looking at the favorite really, because that's in races where you have very little information. The professional money does know. They've got people on the gallops. They have information sources that you and I don't have, inside stables and so on. So professional money will tend to know what's going on. So if something badly drifts, so if we look at the market movers, let's have a look at that then. So what do we think? Well, actually, you can say that this particular newcomer here from the Kevin Ryan stable, who is absolutely on fire at the moment, Andrea Atzeni is one of my favorite jockeys, and he's come in reasonably well with the betting. So you can see there's some kind of support for Prince of Pearls, and if that support continues towards the off, we're only 10 minutes away from it now, so we should be in there looking at it. We're not going to today because that's not what this video is about. But we can see here that the strategy would be to watch the money coming in over the final 10 minutes. Now you can see also that even though Prince of Pearls is fancied, so is Ranchero. And by the way, Ranchero is a very, very short priced favorite. So you saw in my newsletter, I did actually tip up Ranchero back when he was around about evens, just slightly less than evens. Now he's a hell of a lot less than that. So when you get the newsletter, if you get that kind of stuff and you see it coming in, then you can make money on that. But Prince of Pearls could well therefore in a race like this, 14 runner race, offer you some kind of maybe place odds. So you could probably go for Prince of Pearl as a top 4 and maybe even get somewhere near evens, which would probably be a better bet than backing Ranchero at odds on. So that's the strategy bit. Don't have one strategy for any one race. It's not going to do you any good. However, let's now look at a later race this evening, Class 6 handicap, 10 runner over 5 furlongs. And we can see here that now we do have experienced horses, 4-year-old plus, and therefore we have a lot of history of how they've run. So let's go now to the pace. And we'll see that Another Angel, and if you look at his record, he does like to get out. He's got a lot of early toe and get out in front. So if you then see Another Angel is in a high draw, which is what you want at Newcastle, Another Angel would definitely, in my opinion, get out and lead this lot off. The only issue I've got with Newcastle and back to lays is that even though Another Angel get out in front, I'm pretty sure it will get caught because that's the nature of the Newcastle surface. It likes gallopers who can get up ahead of steam, and there's no bends or anything like that. So Another Angel's better probably at other courses, but it has actually won here, I think 7 times. So 7 times. It's now on a workable mark. So this could offer you some value. And if you're a back to layer, there are several things here that you could say you would pretty much guarantee that whatever price Another Angel goes off at, and Another Angel is sitting here at 10 to 1. So if you sat out there at 10 to 1, I will pretty much guarantee you that will pass the 8 to 1 and probably pass the 5 to 1 mark in running, because another age will get out in front and will want to lead, and will be leading, probably going into the last furlong, and then will get overtaken. So you'll probably be have this one. This is a sort of horse that I would look for, and the sort of conditions I'd look for a back to lay. So I'd wait for the off. I would be looking at another Angel and seeing whether the price is it can't be absolutely drifting like a barge. There are certain other things I'd be looking for in the pricing of another Angel. And I'd be probably taking, if this was just before the off, I'd probably be taking that 10 to 1 or 12 on Betfair, and I'd be looking for, say, 8 and getting a decent return on my stake. And I'd probably be making sort of 10 or 15 pounds on that race using that strategy. So that's how you would look and say, okay, I'm a back to layer. I understand the back to lay principle. I'll back at a certain price. You can use my back to lay stake calculator to work out your return at different prices when you want to put in a bet, and it'll tell you actually what to bet at what price. So, for instance, you put £10 on at 12, it will tell you to put £20 on at 6, and everywhere in between, it will tell you what your return will be. If you put £20 on at 6, you'll make 100% return on your money. If you put £15 on at, say, I'm trying to work it out, 9, then you will get 50% back on your money. So you can have that back to lay calculator. It's on the website as well, and there are some other useful tools there. So don't think that if you've got a strategy down to bat, that in fact you can use that strategy on every race, because that's not right. And when you do use your strategy, try and be flexible based on other factors. Now, the other factors coming into play here is that Newcastle isn't really a favourite track of mine for front runners. If you have got a track which favours front runners, like Chelmsford, for instance, if another Angel's at Chelmsford in an inside draw, because Chelmsford has a left-hand bend after about a furlong and a half. So again, you would sit there and go, okay, a back to lay strategy takes into account, is this going to front run? Okay, let's have a look at the pace angle. That's a 10. I know also from another Angel's background that it likes to run in front. So it's a 10. I know it likes to run in front. I think by running out in front and getting to this 1 furlong marker, or even 1.5 furlong marker in front, that will trade probably down to from 12, certainly hit 9 in my opinion. So that's what I'd be looking for, a trade, and making 50% return on my money. That's the kind of way I'd be looking at this race. If this was at Chelmsford, I would think, well, okay, in fact, another Angel was drawn low in a 5 furlong race. He can get out in front. He can get to the bend in front. He's then got the rest of the crew, the other 9 horses in the kickback. He comes off the bend with only 2 furlongs to go in front. And then actually it's quite difficult down the straight at Chelmsford for horses to make up that sort of 2 or 3 lengths that maybe he's stolen on the bend. So even if he does get beat, he'll get beat, in the last half furlong, which means that his price, if it was the same price, I'd be saying it would definitely get down to, say, 6 or 5 or even 4, and maybe even lower than that. So in terms of a back to lay, again, there are courses, there are horses, there are jockeys, there are draws that you would put into your calculations to say, this is a less risky back to lay if this horse is going at Chelmsford out of stall 1 under the same jockey partnership or a better jockey partnership, than this horse coming out of stall 7 at Newcastle, you know, of an evening. So again, you would then put that into your calculations and say, you know, my £10 I'm going to put on here. Let's be more risk averse, and at Chelmsford, let's be, you know, a little bit more bullish about what we can get in return. But keep the odds in your favour. Don't do the same betting strategy no matter what. Okay, so don't go, it's £10. I'm looking for 50% of my money every single course, every single horse, every single jockey, every single trainer, because that's, again, not sensible. Bet your strategy based on the more than just one parameter. Okay, so that's really the one thing I wanted to say. I'm not going to bang on about it anymore. If you've got any kind of thoughts, or you want to send me any kind of questions, please do. In the meantime, to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you want to become a patron, I would love it, and I'm going to do some extra stuff like live trading and question and answer sessions. So you'll get additional stuff from me. So become a patron if you want to. And also there are other videos here. There's 87 in the library, so go and have a look. It will help you to look at things like scalping and reading charts and making money from short price favorites, what to do with a small bankroll, how to recognize over and underweighted horses. All that is in the library. So go there, and they're all free to watch. So good luck to you, and I hope your training goes well, and I'll see you on the next one.